Greetings, demons, and welcome to Warhammer Weekly, episode 88. And this time around, we don't really have too much to go over, unfortunately, but we'll still go over it in as much detail as I can, and, yeah, let's just get into it.
Not the leader of a cult, RabbitWithAxe.
So, starting off, we are, of course, in the final month of the year. It is now December, and that does mean we have brand new miniature of the month along with collectible coin, and beyond that, we actually have something very interesting. So, I'm assuming this is exclusively in the UK, though it may go further than that. I'm not completely sure, they didn't make it that obvious. But essentially, from the 7th of December, so literally yesterday, Lieutenant Titus, the standalone miniature, is actually available in Warhammer stores. And based on what the article says, if you buy one of those miniatures from your Warhammer store, you will get a £10 voucher or your local equivalent. So I am assuming this is at least as wide as Europe, if not the US as well. I know Warhammer stores are a little bit different across the world, so, you know, your experience may vary, but right now, if you buy Lieutenant Titus, in the UK at the very least, you'll get a £10 voucher. That won't last forever, obviously, but yeah, that can be redeemed between the 26th of December and 2nd of February, so it's worth, if you were planning on getting Lieutenant Titus anyway, getting that offer. I think that's worth it. But of course, moving on to your more standard monthly Warhammer fare, we do have our monthly model, and this time around, it's one of the new Skaven, which, honestly, pretty nice. I don't currently have any of the new Skaven, so this will be a good pickup. I'm going to go in just to get Lieutenant Titus anyway, so yeah, I'll pick up a Skaven while I'm there, and honestly, it being one of the newer ones, at least it means it's going to be different from any of the other random Skaven I've picked up over time. And yeah, overall, pretty nice. And then, of course, we also have the collectible coin for the month. This time around, it's Warhammer Underworlds themed, and it's actually to celebrate the release of Emberguard. So it's a symbol for that expansion, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. Flaming skull in a crest, in a chaos crest. It looks nice. It looks interesting. Not really the kind of design that I care about too much, but definitely nice, and obviously, if you're spending enough for it, you may as well pick it up, there's no point in denying it. But, yeah, very nice coin, very nice miniature, and pretty good offer if you are already planning on getting Lieutenant Titus. But moving over to Warhammer the Horus Heresy, bit of 30k action, we have the brand new Iron Warriors Warsmith miniature, and this guy looks absolutely excellent. I love that he's wearing the Terminator plate. It's one that we don't see too often. Obviously, we do have a kit for that suit. I can't remember the exact model name for it, but yeah, very iconic for the Iron Warriors. And yeah, you have the little claw arm on the back. You have just a ton of different plating all over the place. Giant hammer, you gotta love that kind of aesthetic. And yeah, in general, this guy looks great. There is a helmetless option if you are into that, though. I've made it very clear I'm not. And yeah, in general, it's an Iron Warriors character. He does look great. And I like the fact that there is actually alternate posing. You can have him with or without the pistol. And I think, honestly, for the kind of character you're going to be using him as, you are going to want to have the pistol, especially if you are running WYSIWYG. But having the hammer only really does give him a presence that I think he just lacks when he has the pistol out. But yeah, very, very cool miniature. And great to see more love for some of the more varied factions. Iron Warriors don't see that much in terms of like unique models. A lot of time you're just having to go with the basics and just paint them up the right way. But yeah, it's great to see an actual Iron Warriors specific unit, and yeah, named character as well. Well, not named, but an actual character unit at the very least. Very, very cool. And yeah, unfortunately, that's really all I could say about it. It's really nice to see, but not too much to say otherwise. And that brings us over to the old world with our only fantasy era style of reveal, and that is for General Hans von Lovenhak. I hope that's correct. And yeah, this guy is interesting. He has a massive griffin on his helmet, and I don't see how that could at all be useful in warfare of any kind. I love the pauldron though, with the big lion on it, and in general, this guy looks pretty interesting. Once again, it's another one of those models that is just, walking, just taking a step forward, very basic, no real battle stance or anything like that. He does have a very nice hamax, mallet? I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but very nice weapon there, and the swords as well that he's wielding look pretty good in and of themselves. Overall, very detailed, relatively small miniature, and yeah, I'm sure people that are playing Old World right now, or planning on playing Old World. I can't talk all of a sudden. Planning on playing Old World at some point. Yeah. It's a new named character for the Empire of Man, so can't complain there. And yeah, there we go. That is the one and only General Hans von Loverhank. Lovenhack? I have no idea how to say that name. But with that being said, that is actually everything we have for this week. So yeah, not even a proper rumor engine this time around, which, yeah, I'm very confused with how the news site is going on right now. Like, ever since the update to the actual Warhammer website, the Warhammer community website specifically, there's been a lot of issues, at least in my experience, with the actual news feed and the article list and everything. Like, it's there, it exists. But for example, I can't actually see any of the topics that I discussed last week. They're just not on the site. I can't find them. Because I was trying to check something from last week, and it's just not there anymore. I don't know where the articles disappear to, but it seems that the previous week just is never actually on the site. It's a very weird thing, but it also means that I am, bound to lose something somewhere. And, if I do end up finding out that, there's actually been rumor engines for the last 2 weeks or whatever, I will cover them eventually. And just this site is awful right now, and it's too much work to have to go through every individual page trying to figure out, okay, which of these was actually published this week, because it has the option to order them, newest to oldest, but if you do that, there's just gaps, and it'll just randomly they'll just throw in a random, September article in the middle of all the December articles and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if it's, an issue with my cookies or something like that, a browser issue, I don't know, but the site is so weird, and it's been like this for a little while now, but it's becoming really annoying because I can't tell at this point if I'm missing, articles and missing information, because it's just such a mess. I hope it gets fixed in the future, but with that little ramble, that little rant out of the way, that's going to be it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe for the and ring that bell so you never miss upload. Otherwise, comment below your thoughts or feelings on any of the, realistically 2 topics that we discussed today. And, yeah, that's going to be it from me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Look at the screen, you'll be fine. Culture's a disease, but we'll survive. I just wanna tell